morning. Happy Sunday. What is going on today? I hope you're doing well. Thank you for tuning in always. My name is Deborah. This is Purusha Intuitive, and we're going to look at the weekly energy for the upcoming week. So let's get into it. This is August, the 25th through the 31st. We are finished with Leo season. We just moved into Virgo season. We're going to be finishing up Mercury retrograde this week, so it's nice. It feels good. Looking at the astrology, there's a lot of hope on the horizon, is what I feel, which is awesome. These are timeless readings, as you may know. Use your discernment, take what fits, leave the rest behind. They are collective readings, so everything might not resonate. I do personal readings as well if you're interested to look at your specific situation. Tarot, astrology, energy healing, wellness consultation, really just kind of promoting mind, body, soul connection. All that info is in the description box below. And we will start off with this energy cleansing. I love just setting the tone, setting the vibe with a smudge. Doing a little blessing for ourselves, for our energy, places that we need that extra boost, that extra support. Things have been messy and sticky, and we don't want to turn a blind eye. That's like the worst thing we can do right now, because we're really setting the stage for the next decade or so. The next decade or two, I should say. So we want to make sure that we're being intentional. We're placing our time, our energy, the people, places, and things that we are surrounding ourselves with, making sure it actually fits for us, it actually resonates, and it's not something that is quick fix, immediate, instant gratification, that type of vibe. Those things are going to be really short-lived. And depending on how aware we are of those things in our life will really dictate our ability to tap into things that are abundant in terms of long withstanding, that can actually hold for longevity in our lives. All right, I'm going to get into this cleansing. Definitely set your own intention if you feel led, if you would like to hear specific messages, guidance from spirit, or you would like certain questions answered, give that now, and open to receive. Here we go. I bless you with pure love and light, pure source energy, pure loving grace. I release anything that is not for the highest and best. Fear, doubt, insecurities, lack of worth, lack of value, anger, frustration, pain. Help us to remove those things from our mind, body, and soul so we can see, sense, and feel the messages clearly. Help to make me a clear and open channel for the collective. Thank you, Father God, Spirit guides, guardian angels, Mama Love. Okay, let's get into it. So a little bit of tension at the beginning of the week. Wah. I apologize, but it is so. It's better than what we've been seeing since the full moon. Things are lessening and or we're getting more support in other areas, which is helping us to feel a little bit more confident. Yeah, I got this. It might be shit, it might be annoying, but at the same time, whatever comes, I can handle it. And there is a lot going on right now. Northern Hemisphere, it's end of summer, so all that heat has accumulated, all that fire energy, and Virgo is allowing us to bring in more grounding, stability, and balance. Virgo energy is helping us, I love that, to practice. So focusing on that balance in the beginning of the week. I know my son goes back to school. It's going to be a completely different schedule, and so readjusting things like that. You might be starting something new job, you have new responsibilities on your plate. Don't be afraid to cut back some of the things that don't require your time and energy, especially at the beginning of the week. It's almost like I'm hearing if you if you attend to your responsibilities for the first part of the week, then you'll be able to have fun and play at the end of the week. You're going to be forced to recognize like what you can and can't control, and make the choice, right? Make the decision as to whether or not you want to go down that road. You might have some invitations coming in that are trying to coerce you to step away from responsibilities, things that you need to do. I'm hearing really make sure, that's so funny, me time. I was gonna say, make sure that you're spending time investing in yourself first. That is going to get you a little bit further ahead this week. Not always the most fun, right? Like being kind of in the mundane, the grunt and grind, it can get a little boring. I know I get antsy. I'm like, okay, what else can I do? But when I start going down that slippery slope, you know, where you just kind of want a little more, then it can be, it can distract. It takes away from the other things. There is this balance of choice. How much are you going to invest in this week? I do feel like because you have a level of understanding right now, your energy feels more peaceful, especially starting off the week. Like I said, even though there is things going on, it's not taking that away, but you're feeling way more practical in your approach. Yeah, I'm not surprised at all with this moon energy. It's like you're really listening or being aware of the lessons of what you're supposed to be seeing, sensing, and feeling. You're also aware of how your emotions play a huge role into what you choose, whether it is, you know, throwing caution to the wind and having a good time, or if it's like, maybe I need to sit with this, maybe I need to process through this and feel it, even though it's not comfortable, even though it does feel boring, you know, or like maybe I should be doing something else. But Spirit is really calling you to spend more time with yourself to uncover some of the answers as to why things are affecting you. Or, oh yeah, what I was hearing as I was preparing for this this reading was the difference of reality versus fantasy. The fantasies that we create, whether we're projecting an idea, a concept, a belief onto someone else, you know, or we have these rose-colored glasses on where we believe that it's gonna end up in this happily ever after, and it's just not the circumstances. You've had a lot going on, and I think you continue to do so. So there is this element of really picking and choosing. Like I said, I don't think it's saying don't have fun, but be cautious about how much you're investing in, you know, your freedom, so to speak. It's almost like a reward system, right? When your parents or whatever made you do chores, like you have to do this before you can do anything else, before you can go out. That's the vibe that I'm getting for you beginning of the week. And I feel like there will be a lot of offers at your footsteps. Ace of Pentacles. We are entering the fall season, the season of harvest. If you are in the southern hemisphere, then you're moving into spring, right? And spring is when we start planting those seeds. So there's a lot of options at your fingertips, and you're trying to figure out I feel like you're being offered something. You're being offered many things, and it's actually contributing to a feeling of stability. Financial, it does definitely feel with Ace of Pentacles, Daughter of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles. So you might be having changes at work this week. Maybe your kids are going back to school, or, you know, your schedule is completely changing. Whatever that looks like for you. You might be having some new options come in. People want something from you, and it's making your schedule a little bit busier. But you also kind of have some other things within yourself that you're working through, that you're dealing with. And so Spirit's like almost saying, don't overexert yourself. Make sure that you are taking time to process through the feelings and the emotions, especially at the beginning of the week, because it is going to be a little bit more tense. We don't see that lesson until the week moves forward, where the overarching energy is all about releasing and letting go. This has been a practice, right? This has been a practice for some time with Pluto moving into Aquarius, going into retrograde, vacillating back and forth between Aquarius and Capricorn, all these things, right? And basically it's this, we're building a foundation. We're building a foundation of how our life is going to look moving forward. And when we are putting in the right energy in the right place, it's going to maximize. It's going to bring a lot of blessings and abundance, things that you have been working very hard for, right? But it's also this value of knowing who and what to let go of. Whether it is a person, a situation, something a little bit more in your external environment, or if it's like a patterning, a belief and understanding about yourself. There we go. We get that Empress energy. I'm hearing that there is a lot more peace within yourself. Peace about how far you've come. I'm hearing you're able to validate yourself a little bit more. You're seeing things, you're being able to understand the reality of things, no longer living in that fantasy bubble of what you wished and what you hope for. And definitely as we move towards the middle of the week, Mercury is going to be going direct, and the astrology, the transits just balance out a little bit more. We do have a Grand Cross, which does amplify the energy, but it feels like a softening. It feels like this is, the beauty is Neptune and Venus are in opposition to each other. But the more that we like nurture, support, love ourselves through letting go, through that nourishment of the divine feminine energy, that quintessential mama love, even if, you know, it's your idea of how you need to be loved, how you need to be understood and validated. And you could be receiving this from someone or something that you really respect, but then there's also this level of you giving that to yourself. Hi, baby. My son just came down to say hello. And, you know, here we have the Eight of Pentacles. So again, that value of bringing in a new beginning, a new partnership. It could be new collaboration, new job opportunity, something that's kind of allowing you to level up is what I'm hearing. I feel like as you're letting go of the things that just become a waste of your time, or every time you try to engage, it's exhausting, or you feel negative, or you get sick, or you're like, you get home and you can't do anything else because whatever, because of the environment, the people, the conversation, the perception. It's like letting that go in order to draw in. You're letting go of something that has been important to you, that has been maybe even a little difficult to let go of. But I do see you getting confirmation in this. There might be a little bit of conflict around this, But as I said, your energy feels more peaceful. That Neptune in opposition to Venus can bring up part of those things that we love, that we wish were a certain way, that just aren't. But we can't really expect people to understand that, especially if they're not going to face or own up to the things that they did, right? Someone or something is thinking very highly of themselves. They're not able to give you a certain amount of credit. And you know better is what I'm hearing. Venus, the Empress is ruled by Venus. So Venus, Empress, 8 of Pentacles energy, which is finding that grounding, that stability, that support. You know enough to be able to peacefully let go. Even if someone doesn't agree with it, is fighting you about it, it's just, you're kind of at a place where you're okay. You're at peace. And yeah, you wish things were happy and merry and different, but it's not that way. It's not that way. And you have choices in front of you. And with this Devil energy, you might have someone trying to pull at your heartstrings, schmooze you a little bit, sweet talk you. We've been seeing this. I've even heard other readers talk about this on YouTube, this value of like the old to the new. What are you going to choose? There is a choice involved. And it is a bit of a test because we are in this time where there is like a lot of karma playing out, and karma basically is a way to teach us our lessons, whether we like it or not, unfortunately. We all have to grow and evolve, even if we don't like it, even if we don't really resonate with that. That's just the nature of life, to grow and evolve. And these things, these devilish things pop up in our life in a way to propel that growth and that healing. I don't have a lot of worry about you because you are vibing as the Empress this week. So the choices that you make, I do feel like you're giving someone or something the benefit of the doubt. You're hearing them out, even if there's resentment or frustration or anger against what they chose. There's that Hermit energy again. You are going to give the respect of, let me think about this, let me sit on this. And I do feel like you will actually do this, right? You will actually take your time and be respectful of the situation. But someone's not getting what they want, and so it kind of puts them into a position where now they have a choice. Someone else walking away from a commitment, it's too much for them is what I'm hearing. Someone or something is not getting the payoff that they had hoped for. And I feel like there was a reliance on you for that. Maybe you gave that to them for a long time. They were used to getting that from you. And now it has come to separating energies. That's why it's so important beginning of the week to start off feeling confident, validating yourself, right? That was one of our first messages, is really validating yourself and knowing where you stand, especially in situations with people or dynamics where someone needs to be in control, where someone needs to be the one who wins. When this conversation is being had, we saw that 5 of Wands, the conflict. Someone's not able to see their part in it. And not only not see their part, but it's this energy of like, I don't want to. I think that comes from a lot of their own wounding, right? But Spirit's asking you to shift the perspective to approach it with compassion. Understanding it's not a personal thing. It's not against you. Maybe you do have more of the emotional capacity to give this person, this situation, love, understanding, and empathy. Standing in that power really does align you with the Empress energy. We can have compassion, we can have empathy for someone else's circumstance, but it doesn't mean that it disempowers us, our choices, how we want to show up and move. And this really is this fire energy that you need. Not, I'm hearing like, yeah, okay, standing strong, standing empowered in the choices that you're making, especially around the relationships, making sure that they are honoring you first and foremost, that they are like honoring your health and well-being. We all know what it's like to be in a relationship or a dynamic where there's a lot of drama, there's a lot of chaos. All it does is like put unnecessary focus or put focus on unnecessary energy. And this is about flipping that script, starting from the vantage point of you honoring yourself first. I'm going to give to myself first and then see what abundance comes out of it. And the abundance is like a party. It's a party. Yeah, okay. Healer, yeah. Making sure, and a lot of times if you do resonate with being a healer, if you're in the healing profession, if you do something along these lines, this is really just about you being able to acknowledge and recognize that within yourself and understand that you need that healing, that support and love just as much as what you give out to others. You feel, like I said, there is a lot more balance. I think this week is a lot about diffusing some of the fantasies that have surrounded these relationships that are a little bit more difficult and challenging, or where there's gaslighting involved, or a complete refusal to be honest, you know? And they're coming to light. It's hard to avoid. And it's humbling, I think, for everyone across the board, across the collective. But what I like, as I said, is we're seeing things clearly. We're getting this mental clarity at the end of the week, even throughout, where it's like we can sense it, we can feel it, we know, and then we're just like watching it play out and we're like, oh yeah, that's what it is. That's what it is. I could feel this coming. And so it allows us to put into practice the hard work that we have done and keep us in this like higher vibrational space where we can have a conversation that empathizes with another but still empowers ourselves to make the choices that are the most honoring for us. That really is the collective healing embodied there, right? That's like really what it means to help just value and appreciate others that we connect with throughout our life journeys, honor them, respect them, and, you know, move on. And that really cultivates healing, whether they want to see it that way or not, you know. But yeah, that's about what I have to say for this week. So thank you so much for your time and energy always. I hope you found messages that resonated here. Definitely drop comments below if you did. I love to hear, or, you know, just I love to connect and have a little love, support, blessing between us. Thank you for all the love and blessings you bring to the channel. It honors my heart so much. All the love and blessings your way.